Just because healthcare is a serious issue doesn't mean you can't laugh about it.
And we're going to address it in pre-existing condition of Funny Bone Saga. Our clown broke his funny bone.
Using circus to address social concerns is precisely what drove John HIGHKIN to create Fern Street Circus in the first place.
It came out of my interest in Bertolt Brecht, who had a very political purpose in what he did and was always about entertainment. So to have a means of being in a neighborhood as compared to asking people to come to a central edifice was really important. So it was partly political. It's the notion that theater and art need to be where people live, where they work, where they play, where they learn. And this was a first major step for us in being able to do that.
That's a very different view of circus than what HIGHKIN experienced as a child.
The first circus I saw was when I was 9 years old in Ringling in Portland, Oregon. I think my memory is that the elephants had polka dots painted on them or something, but it was not theatrically careful.
But HIGHKIN's perspective on circus got a radical readjustment when he experienced a Cirque du Soleil show years later as an adult.
Oh my God, I'm seeing what circus can be, because they were so careful in how they approached every moment of that show.
That inspired him in 1990 to create his own show. And with funds from the City of San Diego and Commission for Arts and Culture, Fern Street Circus was born. The company's social mission appealed to MENDEZ, who's been with the circus since 1996 and serves as its bilingual ringmaster.
And so we work in a working class community dealing with the problems that working class communities have. This time around we're going to be dealing with the issue of health care. As we all know, very expensive, particularly for poor working people. So it's really nice to see artists involved in community issues, and also how to teach kids how to address these problems in a way that's very productive, it's very peaceful, it's very educational. And so that's what we try to do. We try to use theater for what it's supposed to do, and that is to raise the issues of our day.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6.
Valentina Martin's job is to help convey those issues through her choreography. She's used to creating big, sexy numbers with lots of showgirls. Now she has to fit her big ideas into a small space.
I'm thinking about big images, of course. It's a big circus number, so what I want to do is meant to make a big, like, kapow, like a boom, like, wow, we're in a circus now.
But what you're not seeing at this rehearsal are the couple dozen kids she also has to fit into the single-ring circus.
When we were doing it with the kids over the weekend, it's realized how much little space we actually have, and it's super crowded, having 30 kids on the stage, plus 7 or 8 adults at the same time, and we're working in this ring curve that John has built and he's had for years and years, and we have only this much space, right? So it's confining.
But what can feel infinite are the possibilities presented by the talented people she works with, and she tries to incorporate the skills of each performer into the final production. The result is what makes circus a magical experience.
It's very interesting when we do circus shows all over San Diego. We go to tough neighborhoods, and sometimes some of the tough guys around there looking at us when we're setting up, like, what are you doing here? And as soon as the show starts, everything changes. No matter where you are in life, how old you are, when you see a show, when it starts happening, when you see the magic of it, you just leave reality for a minute and watch what's going on. Come down and see how our clown Otis fixes his funny bone.
And while you're laughing at his comic plight, you can also learn about how we all have a civic responsibility that we need to embrace. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.